Could everybody please stand for the flag salute? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, adequate notification of this meeting has been provided by advertising in the record and posting notice of this meeting in Borough Hall and the Superintendent's office. I hereby call to order the public meeting of the Little Ferry Board of Education, Thursday, June 19th, 2025 at 4:01 p.m. Can I have a roll call, please?
Mr. Benelli, Mrs. Bertoli,
Here.
Mr. Phytros, here, Mr. Kanan, here, Mr. Mealy, Mr. Vilasuzo, Mr. Voracek, here, Mrs. Patel,
Here.
Mrs. Bradley,
Here.
and Kara Augustine. Yep. We have a quorum.
Be it resolved that the Little Ferry Board of Education approves the minutes of the regular public meeting held on May 15th, 2025. Do I have a motion? Motion. Second? Second.
Mr. Benelli is absent. Mrs. Bertoli,
Yes.
Mr. Phytros,
Yes.
Mr. Kanan,
Yes.
is absent. Mr. Vilasuzo is absent. Mr. Voracek,
Yes.
Mrs. Patel,
Yes.
Mrs. Bradley.
Yes.
Motion passes.
We'll now open it up to Mr. Parapato to provide a superintendent's report.
All right, we're gonna start with our May students of the month. Our grade 7 student of the month is Jesus de Leon Oriana. Teachers in grade 7 have the following things to say about Jesus. He's always very respectful for all the adults he interacts with, as well as his classmates. He has shown great improvement since September. He has grown into a great class participant and is always willing to help those around him. He's very responsible both in and out of school. Congratulations. Family? Everyone, whoever wants to come up. And our grade 8 May student of the month is Brandon Villegas. Come on down. Brandon, your teachers in grade 8 have the following things to say about you. He is hardworking. He is extremely dedicated to his studies. He programs and creates his own digital games, and he has grown tremendously throughout the year. Congratulations, Brandon. Just a real quick recap, before I conclude my report, we did have, Okay, since our last board meeting, there was one HIB that was recorded at Memorial School, which was founded. And then below that is a report for the second half of the school year, which was December 30th, 2024 to June 19th, 2025. We had a great graduation ceremony or promotion ceremony for our 8th grade students that took place Tuesday evening. Tuesday evening, the 17th. It's been a long week. Very, very pleased with how that went. I thought it was a really nice ceremony. And we are looking forward to getting started for the summer with a lot of projects around the building. So with that concludes my report.
Great, thank you, Mr. Maripato. We'll now open it up to Mr. Gomez to provide the board secretary's report.
So we closed May's books on time. Streak is still alive. So in terms of projects, today we had a meeting with our architect and the contractor for the unit ventilators. So they're gonna start demoing first week in July. And then for delivery with the actual units will be later in July. So we'll be starting that in the primary wing. Bathroom remodel has been started. They're pushing on that. Liberty Middle School nicely. So they're still doing all the site prep work. Food service. We served slightly less meals this year versus last year, but we had 5 less days. So our average per day is up by 40 meals on the elementary and 40 meals in Washington. So the average is up. So profit year to date. With May. $211,368. So we have broken 200,000. Probably do another 10, 20 grand on top of that for June. It's such a short month. So yeah, we broke 200,000. Yes. So yeah, that concludes my report.
Thank you, Mr. Gomez. Mrs. Bertoli, personnel.
We've been on mute.
Mrs. Patel for transportation.
We had to reschedule our meeting, so I do not have an update. Great.
That rescheduling, just for the record, was just due to the original March graduation being moved to 3 o'clock.
Mr. Borisek for the Borough Liaison Report.
Nothing new at this point.
Mr. Feitros for the Richfield Park Liaison Report.
Yeah, so, yesterday at Richfield Park had a board meeting and, pretty important meeting. They just, were taken out of, receivership with the state. So going back to January of 2016, Ray, Michelle, and I went to Richfield Park over 9 years ago. And one of our board members at the time had just gotten ill, and we just found out that Richfield Park was in deficit by over $2.5 million. And at that time, for that meeting, we decided that I would be the next liaison there, and to see where Richfield Park has been from being in deficit to not being able at times make the payrolls and having all these other constraints, not doing any work for the district for at least 5 or 6 or 7 years. Mr. Pepperell, you were there during that time, you know what it was like. And to see yesterday being announced that Mr. Egan, the second monitor, is now leaving, and effective July 1st, Richfield Park will no longer be in deficit and will be able to do a lot of different things. They'll be able to manage their monies moving forward. They'll be able to keep up to 2% of their balance on the annual basis. Right now as receivership, it's only 1.5%. They have currently about $6 million, a little over $6 million in reserves right now, capital reserves. They're making changes to the buildings. They're doing a lot more, construction. They're doing roof work. They're doing work in the elementary schools. They're doing a reorganization starting next year for the following year of their schools as a whole, potentially talking about removing the junior high school out of the high school. They're looking at that as well. So it's, it's a lot of things have happened, and this was actually a very good meeting and one of the better meetings I've been to, been a part of, and to see where they've come from the last 9 years. It's good. It's good for them and good for us too, for our students that are going there. So hopefully they can keep their finances in order and move forward, and hopefully that, better, even more days, better days come for them and for our kids that are going. That's my.
Great, thank you, Mr. Petros. Mr. Kanan for NJSBA.
Nothing to report.
Great, we'll now open it up to public comment on agenda items. All right, then we'll take a block vote on F24 to F28, DO 79 to DO 104, P63 to P79, FA5, C10 to C12. Do I have a motion? Second? Second.
Okay. Mr. Rinaldi's absent, Mrs. Rotoli,
Yes.
Mr. Phytros,
Yes.
Mr. Kanan,
Yes.
Mr. Borisek,
Yes.
Mrs. Patel,
Yes.
Mrs. Bradley.
Yes.
All motions pass.
Great, we'll now open it up to public comment on non-agenda items.
Hi, it's me, Leslie Gottlieb. I have a comment and then a question. Okay, I went out of my way last night. I attended the RP meeting after seeing the notice of the end of the word escapes me, the monitor era. Because I was also there fairly early on. My son went through the high school during that era. And, that board has worked hard, and really done a good job to turn the school around. And I really think they're on a track that people will not say, oh, Ridgefield Park, and will be proud to send their kids there. I'm really impressed with the work that's been done, and I told them so. And the question I have, I think it goes back to the budget hearing. I saw something mentioned about looking into acquiring property. And I really wanted a clarification on that.
Always interested in acquiring property, if I can answer the question, if you don't mind, if I answer the question, I should ask. Okay, so twofold. One, acquiring property allows you to put more money into your capital reserve because you can only keep a certain percentage. John, if I misspeak this, please correct me. So for your capital reserve, you can only keep a certain percentage of your funds in capital reserve. So when you mark down that you want to acquire property, that elevates the number that you put in capital reserve. That's first and foremost. Secondly, as we continue to expand, the central office will need a place to go. Right now, that place potentially could be the annex, right, which is currently located in the back. But if the central office were to find a place to go, that would allow for the revenue that was spoken about in the referendum, where we then, sublet it out to a jointure per se, or another type of program.
So like the way Ridgefield Park decided to move their central office to another building.
Correct,
Yes.
they're renting right now, I believe, that's accurate, right?
They're renting.
They're renting. So we would like that, not that renting is off the table, but I would like to acquire property. I always think it's a good acquisition because then you own it. And then it's yours, and then down the line, you do get into money trouble, you do have other properties that you can, sell at that point if need be.
Right, no, I agree. It's a good investment. It's a good strategy. I just didn't get a chance to get down here to ask about that.
No,
How about you,
It's really a placeholder. So the way the budget process works is if it's not in the budget, you can't do it. So it's sort of preemptive.
Okay, but it doesn't mean you're going to do it. You just.
No, but we set ourselves up so if the right opportunity
Yeah.
comes across, we can do it. If we
Okay.
don't do that part of it, and the right opportunity came, we wouldn't be able to do it.
Okay, got it. All right, thanks.
Not a problem?
Any other public comment? Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second? Second. I love that thing. I want to bring that.